Madden football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the reigning Super Bowl champs and the Chiefs, and it comes your way next.
We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Kansas City Chiefs taking on the NFC champions, the Washington Football Team. Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis, and what a season it's been for our AFC champions. I mean, this was a fight just to get to the Super Bowl. You got to figure that they are very battle-tested and ready.
I'd agree with you 100% about that. You don't get there without having those types of attributes, and that's what you look for in a Super Bowl team. Character, confidence. These guys don't lack for either one of those. Now they're here. Now they're ready to win.
Meanwhile, our NFC champions, they have gone through a lot to get where they are. Everybody knows their story this season. What's the key for them as they start this Super Bowl?
Let's go full cliche on this one because it works. Remember what got you here. Been a winning formula all season long. This is a team that when we saw them in the preseason, we said they look like a group that has what it takes to be a Super Bowl winning team.
They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by LaJarius Sneed. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. So here's Washington now in excellent field position to start things out. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
And he comes in off of a tremendous game in the NFC Championship round 2 weeks ago. This has been a team all season long that's really taken their identity from their quarterback, and he's been very vocal in days leading up to this game that he believes that this is their time, and he's going to do
touchdown, Washington! Terry McLaurin with a first touchdown of the Super Bowl, and a long one at that. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Throwing now is Mahomes. A dump off to the flat for Perkins. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Open man, it's Preston Williams. And he will have the Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 more there and another first down. Now a shotgun give to Perkins. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mahomes. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Room to run past midfield. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for it. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Uses the stiff arm. From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time, and it's 3rd and 4. Eluding, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Montez Sweat, he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, we've seen how this quarterback can beat you with his legs. Saw it earlier on this drive, as a matter of fact, but that time they had him covered.
They really gave him no place to escape, because oftentimes they're able to find a crack, a sliver, anything that can get them upfield. On that occasion, nothing open at all, and they swarmed him.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue, because you know after the sack there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? And In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Throwing now is Lance. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. Trucks over him. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Shavarius Ward in on the tackle.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Lance. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. Touchdown, Washington! Terry McLaurin, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. KC's offense ready to take over. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. To the right side, it's Kelsey. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Sheldon Rankins busting through to get him for a loss of 6. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
Well, to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake. Yeah,
he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. The drive starts with a completion, left side. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Now Lance slings this deep from McLaurin. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that, but that would have been a big play. But he could not pull it in. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Here's Lance to throw it. He'll get this into the hands of Antonio Gibson. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. It's a 1st down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On 1st down, Lance.
Over the middle, he finds Godwin, complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington 1st down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw.
That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Chewing up big yardage, another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Gibson
into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
Here's Lance. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown.
Hayden Hurst there to make the grab.
And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further.
So simple math here in the 1st half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. So that drive in total 8 plays, and the result, a touchdown for Washington.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25.
Let's go, boys.
Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. There to stop him was Darius Leonard. Mahomes now to throw.
And he'll look underneath here for Edwards-Helaire.
And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And down he goes pressures, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there, and it helps him move the sticks.
Football's such a game of tendencies, down and distance, and on 3rd and inches, 3rd and 1, you think, man, the fullback's probably going to get the ball, but when you get to 3rd and 2, most of the time that's either the running back or a pass play. So that's a nice tendency breaker by the offensive team there. Hand it to their big guy to pick up a first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. It's caught on the right side. Williams. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to throw is Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. To throw, it's Mahomes. Another pass into the reliable hands of Kelsey. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, that maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player.
We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Now it's Mahomes again. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelsey. And he will have a Chiefs first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. Give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. He finds his man. Complete. That's Schroeder. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Here's Mahomes to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
A first trip to the red zone for KC. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Flushed out right, and he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
The Chiefs with the football as we start the 2nd quarter. Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far here in the second quarter. A gain of 6 there on first. Throwing again on second down. Lance looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 3 catches for him now in the first half of this Super Bowl. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Nick Bolton there on the tackle. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Working from the gun. Lance into a double team, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
And now here comes Kansas City. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down. Not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit. Because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over this offense?
Jarius Sneed up to make the play defensively. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now Mahomes. Flush to his right. And he will slide to a hold at the end of that one. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jonathan Allen in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
On 4th down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The time again to see Terry McLaurin in the Washington offense. And his 2 touchdowns, a big reason they're winning right now.
So meaningful when you score and it's got your team out there in front. Changes the complexion of everything you're doing. It's one thing to score a garbage time, but these count. This is a big deal, and he's making those types of plays, and I think they'll keep finding ways to get it to him.
I was just going to say probably going to go back to him. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lance, that's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
That's good for Washington.
Lance now on 1st down. And yet again, it's McLaurin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. From the gun, it's Lance. And he completes this one to Terry McLaurin. Touchdown, Washington! Terry McLaurin with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And Washington going to add on to their lead. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon. Extra point good by Hopkins. And a rout is on here in this first half. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. Holmes going to opt against bringing it out, and they will begin at the 25. The KC offense and Clyde Edwards-Helaire getting the ball back here. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Got his man. It's Williams. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Now here's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The time again to see Terry McLaurin in the Washington offense. He might be on his way to a record-setting performance. So good here. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And it's so interesting when we watch these types of days unfold for a receiver, because they need a quarterback throwing it accurately, people to block for the quarterback, so many other variables. But boy, he's getting it done, and in a big way. Right now, he wants to rock on every snap.
Yeah, he's counting his yards in the hundreds, not the tens. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Lance. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. Antonio Gibson, the intended target. But now it's 3rd down. Now Lance. And he finds McLaurin. There he goes, left side. Touchdown. Terry McLaurin with a record 4th Super Bowl touchdown tonight. And this Washington offense continuing to add to their lead. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And if you're wondering just how fast he was going, Next Gen Stats says 21.8 miles per hour. Hopkins with the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. Holmes returning from his end zone. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. Looking down at the stats here, realizing he has no catches. They've targeted him twice, but no catches. So how do they get him more involved, Charles?
You make sure he touches it on routes that he likes to run. Maybe even run a reverse or some type of a jet sweep so he gets his hands on the ball and get him active and involved in the game.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Yeah, this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
Here's Tommy Townsend now as he's on to punt for Kansas City. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That's taken on the 25. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Time again to see Terry McLaurin in the Washington offense. He's the star wide receiver, and he's doing his thing so far here into the second quarter.
And how you get distinguished as a star is each and every week performing to a high level no matter what they throw at you, because you're always wanting to take him out of the game if you're a defensive team. How do you press it?
This is caught inside the 15. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Curtis Samuel, 69 yards. And the Washington offense just continuing to pour it on. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Extra point good by Hopkins, and the lead will swell by 1 more. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. Holmes going to opt against bringing it out, and they will begin at the 25. The Chiefs offense and Tyreek Hill heading back out onto the field. A chance maybe here for them to get him more involved. They're down here on the scoreboard, and he's been very quiet.
And the silence has been deafening for his team. They don't need that at all. They need fireworks. They need explosive plays. They need him touching the football in any way possible. Maybe go to some jet sweeps. Anything to get him going.
Something to get him the ball. We'll see if they can do it. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Mike, 55. Check 55, Mike.
They'll look to throw here. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line.
That was awfully nice. Hit him in stride, and off he went. It was almost like the ball hitting him was like him receiving a baton, and he was running the anchor leg in a relay race.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Mahomes to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
They'll run with Edwards-Helaire.
Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Here's second and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. From the gun, it's Mahomes.
They'll swing this one out to Edwards-Helaire.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here's Mahomes, third and goal. And he's got it. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. Fourth and goal.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on fourth down. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. The run is turned away on fourth and goal from the 2.
And Washington is able to come up with a goal line stand. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. Curtis Samuel, the one he was looking for.
On first down, Lance hitting Samuel on the slant.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule.
On second down, a run with Gibson.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
43 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Here's Gibson.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8.
Lance going to throw.
Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down.
Here's Lance to throw it.
Slings this deep from McLaurin. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. Well, one thing's for sure, they're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, you know, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing, change your location. So sometimes you're up on him, sometimes you're back. Just change up the looks that he sees and make him just a little bit more hesitant.
They'll try to run with Gibson. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal. They'll try to run with Neal. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a third and goal.
Lance now on third and goal.
And it's caught. Touchdown, Washington. Kyle Pitts from 3 yards out. And this Washington offense continuing to add to their lead. Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And the gadget play gets him into the end zone. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. Holmes returning from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The KC offense and Clyde Edwards-Helaire getting the ball back here. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. It's Kelsey on the ground. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down. Open man is Hill. He's got it. That catch good for only a couple. To throw again on second down. Mahomes. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Mahomes to throw once more. And going deep for Hill. And this is going to fall to the ground. Incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down. On 2nd and 10. Mahomes. He finds his man. Complete. It's Lucas. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. He's airing it out for Williams, and it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Well, they've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. So it's halftime here on sports' grandest stage in the Super Bowl. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for Washington. And it's been the passing game that's gotten them to where they are, 2 quarters away from a possible Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they too were able to take advantage of a soft secondary, as both of these two teams really threw the ball at will in that first half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Washington offense ready to go to begin the 3rd quarter. And I would imagine this is where you have to take stock of the situation, CD, and say, gosh, we're halfway to the Lombardi Trophy. Let's not slow down now.
And I like the way you went there. Let's not slow down now because the first half certainly went their way. And I would expect them to continue with that type of a game plan. But you're right. You do think back to Super Bowl 54. 49ers had a double-digit lead in the fourth quarter, couldn't hold on. So plenty can still happen.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now this throw caught left side. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
On first down, Gibson. A nice little juke. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. To throw, it's Lance. Open man is Samuel, complete. A gain of 6 there on first. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Off of play action, here's Lance. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. That one a first down pickup of 8. On play action, Lance. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. Touchdown. Chris Godwin, 33 yards. And the Washington offense just continuing to pour it on.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. Holmes returning from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. On 2nd and a yard, Mahomes. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find.
Williams loses the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
following the fumble recovery. Lance, touchdown Washington. Chris Godwin, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And Washington able to capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
And that one going to be off target and incomplete. His favorite target, Travis Kelce, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a first down on that last catch as well.
There's a nice pickup right there. And after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanket in the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
Just like that. Just like that. Right there. 54.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. He's going to drop this one down to Gibson.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On 2nd down, it's Gibson. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Throwing now is Lance.
That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
A handoff for Gibson.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Lance.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Lance. That's the tight end, Hurst, with it. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. Working from the gun. Lance. That one is slant to McLaurin. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. That last catch, a big one. It puts him officially right at 300 yards receiving. An amazing performance we're witnessing. Again, they'll throw it with Lance. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. On the draw, it's Gibson. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
I thought they were onto something with their play call and kind of went in reverse a little bit. Threw it on 1st down, then ran it on 2nd down. Not successful either way. What play call do they come up with here on this important 3rd down try?
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Now Lance. This to McLaurin out on the left side. Touchdown! Terry McLaurin from 8 yards out. And this Washington offense continuing to add to their lead. And that touchdown reception is the 5th for him in this game, and that ties the NFL record.
And a record that's held up since 1950. This is another person that's tied it, but think about this. Bob Shaw said it in 1950. Kellen Winslow came along and tied it. And then, of course, Jerry Rice tied it as well. And finally, we're seeing it here one more time. Phenomenal.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. A 10-play drive that time, and the result, a touchdown for Washington. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. Holmes returning from his end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
A give to the fullback on the dive. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He's going to float this one deep right side. And now here's another interception. Picked by Kendall Fuller. I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
Time again to see Terry McLaurin in the Washington offense. A monster game so far, 3rd quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys open, putting it in the right.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off near the 44. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
And that's That's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
KC's offense ready to take over.
They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Strong coverage by Washington. And now 4th down. And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Time again to see Terry McLaurin in the Washington offense.
Sort of a slow and steady game so far, but reliable for him here in this third quarter.
Sounds like we're describing a possession receiver, right? The one that finds a way to make the big catches, the ones that break the backs of defenses, keep first downs, accumulating. I think he's that and maybe a little bit more.
Yeah, he's been pretty good so far. We'll see if he can make this good game a great game.
Oh, what a catch by Samuel. Gets through and now an opening. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Washington offense just continuing to pour it on. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, and this is one of the best runs you'll see. A lot of times on these long touchdowns, you'll see he gets into the end zone untouched, but not here. He fought his way through contact, and it barely even registered, and he just continued down the field all the way to the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact and the next-gen stats. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. Holmes returning from his end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Kansas City's offense now set ready to go.
They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just...
And he's got it! What a catch on the sideline. Look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in the cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
Ron Rivera scowling down on the sideline, and he's thrown out the red challenge flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So for Ron Rivera, challenging that call turns out to be the right decision. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Throwing is Mahomes on third. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Williams. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well.